Breaking now at Newcastle. Something absolutely huge has just been confirmed, and fans can't stop talking about it. From transfer shocks to contract twists and a young sensation already turning heads across Europe, today's updates could change everything for Eddie Howe's team. This isn't just another quiet day on Tyneside. This is one of those moments that gets the whole Toon Army buzzing. 3 unbelievable stories are breaking at once, shaking the very core of St. James Park. What's happening behind the scenes? Who's staying, who's leaving, and who's the next future star wearing black and white? Stick with us until the end, because what's coming next will leave every Newcastle fan speechless. And don't forget, smash that subscribe button so you never miss the latest breaking news from our beloved Magpies. Sandro Tonali has become the talk of the football world once again. And this time, the storm is brewing in Paris. Reports from Spain claim that Paris Saint-Germain are preparing a huge €60 million offer to try and prize the Italian away from Newcastle United next summer. Since his arrival from AC Milan, Tonali has developed into one of Eddie Howe's most important players, the man who dictates the rhythm and gives the Magpies their heartbeat in midfield. Losing him would be a crushing blow, and fans across Tyneside are already voicing their fears that the French giants could come knocking sooner than anyone expected. When Tonali signed for Newcastle, it was seen as a defining moment. It proved that the club could attract world-class talent and compete with Europe's elite. From his first touch at St. James Park, he showed quality, leadership, and determination that instantly won over supporters. His energy in the middle of the park, his crisp passing, and his ability to control the game have made him indispensable. Newcastle's rise under Howe has been built on players like Tonali, intelligent, hard-working professionals who fit perfectly into the system. PSG's interest, therefore, comes as both a compliment and a concern. The French champions are known for targeting players who combine technique with tactical discipline, and Tonali fits that profile perfectly. After lifting the Champions League trophy, they want to refresh their midfield with someone who can anchor the play yet drive the team forward. Their sporting director has reportedly been monitoring Tonali for over a year, impressed by his blend of Italian finesse and Premier League power. Still, Newcastle's board are in no mood to negotiate. Under Howe, every major signing is part of a long-term plan, and Tonali stands at the center of it. Inside the club, discussions have already begun about rewarding Tonali with a new deal that reflects his growing importance. Sources close to St. James Park say that Newcastle are preparing to extend his contract and increase his wages, ensuring he feels valued and protected. The idea is not only to block PSG's advances but also to demonstrate ambition. Howe has insisted in internal meetings that selling Tonali would be a step backwards, one that could damage the squad's progress. For him, Tonali represents the identity of the modern Newcastle, competitive, fearless, and forward-thinking. There is also belief that Tonali is genuinely happy in the northeast. Those who know him well describe a player settled in the city, enjoying the atmosphere, and fully invested in Howe's philosophy. He has formed close friendships in the dressing room and often speaks about the passion of the supporters. For many players, the intensity of English football can be overwhelming, but Tonali has embraced it. He loves the noise, the energy, and the relentless pressure that comes with playing for Newcastle. That emotional bond with the fans could prove crucial if PSG make their move. From a financial standpoint, Newcastle are in a position of strength. Backed by owners with enormous resources, they have no need to cash in on top talent. The message from the hierarchy is clear: the club will not be bullied in the market. In the past, Newcastle were forced to sell stars to survive. Today, they can fight to keep them. The board believe Tonali's value extends far beyond transfer fees. He is part of a wider vision aimed at turning Newcastle into a permanent fixture among Europe's elite, and selling him now would risk slowing that momentum. Eddie Howe's admiration for Tonali is no secret. The manager has repeatedly praised his professionalism, describing him as a leader in everything he does. Howe values not only Tonali's technical ability but also his mentality. He leads by example, trains with total focus, and demands high standards from everyone around him. According to Howe, Sandro sets the tempo for the team. When he's on it, the whole side rises with him. That belief underlines why Newcastle are determined to resist any advances from abroad. Losing him would mean losing their midfield general. Tonali's influence is visible in the statistics as well. His passing accuracy is among the highest in the Premier League, and his ability to recover possession has transformed Newcastle's transitions. He covers every blade of grass, orchestrating play with intelligence beyond his years. Supporters have noticed how much calmer the team looks when he is on the pitch. He gives structure to attacks and protection to the defense, blending Italian tactical discipline with the intensity required in England. It's the exact balance that PSG are desperate to buy, and Newcastle are desperate to keep. Still, transfer rumors have a way of unsettling even the most committed players. PSG's allure is undeniable. Champions League football, global fame, and astronomical wages. Yet Tonali is not motivated purely by money. Friends insist he feels part of something historic at Newcastle, a club reborn, fighting its way back to the top. He believes Eddie Howe's project is only just beginning and wants to be at the heart of it. If Newcastle continue to progress, qualifying again for Europe and challenging for trophies, Tonali will have every reason to stay loyal to the black and white shirt. For now, both player and club are focused on the season ahead. Newcastle want to prove that last year's success was no fluke, and Tonali remains central to that mission. His performances have already silenced doubts about whether he could adapt to English football. He's shown grit, intelligence, and heart, everything the fans demand from their heroes. The rumors will keep swirling, the cameras will keep flashing, but one truth stands firm. Sandro Tonali belongs at Newcastle United. And if Eddie Howe has his way, he'll stay there for many years to come. Nick Pope has quietly secured his future at St. James Park after triggering a one-year extension in his contract, keeping him at Newcastle United until June 2027. The move, confirmed by Sky Sports journalist Keith Downey, has delighted supporters who feared that the club's first-choice goalkeeper might one day seek a new challenge. Instead, Pope's decision is seen as a powerful message of loyalty and ambition. Eddie Howe has made it clear, Pope is an essential part of Newcastle's project, a leader both on and off the pitch, and the backbone of the team's defence. When Pope joined Newcastle from Burnley in 2022 for a modest £10 million, few could have predicted the impact he would have. Within months, he became one of the Premier League's standout goalkeepers, helping transform the Magpies from a mid-table side into Champions League contenders. His calm presence, commanding saves, and consistency between the posts brought stability to a defence that had long been vulnerable. For Eddie Howe, Pope's arrival was the final piece in building one of the most reliable backlines in England. The 33-year-old's contract had been due to expire in 2026, but the new agreement ensures he will remain on Tyneside for an additional year. Sources inside the club say the extension was automatically activated following Newcastle's qualification for the Champions League last season. It was part of a performance-related clause inserted when Pope first signed. The news might not have been officially announced by the club yet, but it has spread quickly among fans, and the reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. Pope's recent form has only strengthened his reputation. He has already recorded 6 clean sheets in his first 9 matches this season, proving once again that he remains among the best shot-stoppers in the country. His agility, reflexes, and reading of the game have kept Newcastle competitive even in difficult fixtures. Opposing strikers often find themselves frustrated by his sheer presence in goal. Whether it's a fingertip save from close range or a calm claim under pressure, Pope delivers reliability every time. Eddie Howe has repeatedly praised Pope's influence, describing him as back to his best after recovering from previous injuries. The manager knows that a confident goalkeeper sets the tone for the entire team. Nick gives us calmness, Howe said recently. He commands his area, he organizes, and he inspires confidence throughout the squad. Every great side starts with a great goalkeeper, and that's exactly what we have. Those words resonated deeply with supporters, reinforcing the sense that Pope remains irreplaceable. Behind Pope, competition has been limited. Newcastle tried to sign James Trafford from Burnley last summer, but the move fell through when the player chose Manchester City instead. The club later secured Aaron Ramsdale on loan from Southampton as backup, but he has started only 1 game this season. Pope's consistency and authority mean that he remains Eddie Howe's clear first choice. Even when Ramsdale arrived, Pope's response was professional. He welcomed the challenge and raised his own standards further, a reflection of his character and leadership. Since joining, Pope has played over 100 matches for Newcastle, and his record speaks for itself. In his first full Premier League campaign, he helped deliver the best defensive statistics in the division, conceding just 33 goals in 38 games. That achievement was remarkable for a side still finding its feet in European competition. It's no coincidence that Newcastle's progress under Howe has mirrored Pope's form. When he's in top condition, the entire defensive structure functions smoothly. He is, without question, the cornerstone of the Magpies' defensive success. Off the pitch, Pope's professionalism has also made him a role model for younger players. Those close to the training ground describe him as quiet but respected, someone who leads through example rather than words. His daily work ethic, attention to detail, and calm temperament have made him a trusted figure among teammates. Even after setbacks like his shoulder injury, Pope's determination to return stronger impressed everyone. The staff often point to him as a standard setter, the player who embodies the no-excuses mentality Eddie Howe demands from the squad. The timing of the contract extension is significant too. With 10 players out of contract in 2026, securing Pope early removes a major concern. His new deal gives Newcastle stability in one of the most crucial positions on the pitch. It also signals to others, like Kieran Trippier and Fabian Schär, whose futures will soon be discussed, that the club are serious about retaining experience. In a team full of developing talent, veterans like Pope provide the foundation. His continued presence allows Howe to plan confidently for the next stage of the project. For Newcastle fans, the message is clear: Pope is here to stay. The extension represents more than just a contract clause. It's a declaration of intent. He believes in the project, trusts Eddie Howe, and feels a deep connection with the supporters who chant his name every weekend. As the Magpies aim for more silverware and another European run, Pope's leadership will be vital. The Toon Army can rest easy knowing their number one remains firmly between the sticks, steady, loyal, and proudly black and white. And yet, beyond the saves, the clean sheets, and the statistics, what truly defines Nick Pope is his quiet resilience. He's not the loudest man in the dressing room, nor the flashiest figure on the pitch, but when Newcastle need him most, he delivers. Whether it's a last-minute stop that keeps a vital point alive or a commanding punch under pressure, Pope represents reliability in its purest form. In a sport full of drama and noise, he remains calm, composed, and utterly dependable. The kind of player every great team is built upon. Antonio Cordero is the name every Newcastle United fan should remember. The 18-year-old Spaniard has already caught the eye of coaches and scouts across Europe, and within the club, many believe he could become the next Anthony Gordon. Signed from Malaga in the summer, Cordero represents the latest chapter in Eddie Howe's ambitious plan to blend elite youth talent with established Premier League quality. Fast, fearless, and full of confidence, he's quickly being labelled as one of the most exciting prospects in the Magpies' growing youth revolution. Cordero's journey to Newcastle is as impressive as his potential. Despite interest from Real Madrid and Barcelona, he chose Tyneside because he wanted to be part of a long-term football project, not just another academy statistic. His decision reflects Newcastle's growing reputation as a destination for elite young players. At just 18, he already carries himself with the maturity of a seasoned professional. The move from Spain's Segunda Division to the Premier League's development system might seem daunting, but those who've watched him train say he's adapting at lightning speed. Before arriving in England, Cordero made 60 senior appearances for Malaga, scoring 7 goals and providing 8 assists. That experience of playing men's football so young has given him an edge. He's used to physicality, pressure, and the expectations of passionate supporters. His most memorable moment came when he scored a dramatic equalizer in the final of the Segunda Division playoff, helping Malaga secure promotion. That performance cemented his reputation as a player who thrives in big moments. Exactly the kind of mentality Eddie Howe loves. Currently on loan at Belgian side KVC Westerlo, Cordero is gaining valuable experience. He's only played a handful of minutes so far, but Newcastle's development staff are watching closely, ensuring he gets the right opportunities to grow. The aim is to expose him to European football while maintaining the physical and tactical standards demanded in England. Even with limited time on the pitch, his energy and intent have been noticed. The comparisons with Anthony Gordon come not just from his pace, but from his relentless drive, that same fearless edge every Newcastle fan adores. Like Gordon, Cordero is all about intensity. He presses defenders, chases lost causes, and never stops running. His confidence on the ball, willingness to take on players, and ability to find space in tight areas have stood out during training sessions. Those who've worked with him describe him as a sponge, constantly learning, asking questions, and seeking to improve. That hunger is exactly what Eddie Howe wants in his wingers. In Newcastle's high-tempo system, players like Cordero are not luxury pieces. They are essential engines in the pressing machine. Paul Mitchell, Newcastle's former sporting director, has called Cordero a genuinely exciting talent, while analyst Ben Mattinson went even further, saying he's like Gordon, but braver. High praise for a teenager, but one that doesn't seem misplaced. Watching him dribble, you can see flashes of Gordon's directness, Barnes' intelligence, and Almiron's work ethic all rolled into one. He prefers playing on the left wing, cutting inside onto his stronger right foot, but he's equally effective on the right flank. His low center of gravity and balance make him difficult to dispossess, even against bigger defenders. What sets Cordero apart is his mentality. He's competitive, focused, and utterly fearless. Those around him say he hates losing even in training games. That attitude mirrors the culture Eddie Howe has built. No complacency, no ego, just effort and improvement. The young Spaniard also speaks fluent English, helping him integrate quickly with teammates and coaches. It's a small detail, but one that shows his dedication to adapting fully. For Newcastle, this mindset is gold dust. It's what turns raw talent into future stars. The comparisons to Gordon aren't just about style, they're about substance. Gordon embodies everything good about Newcastle under Howe: work rate, courage, and determination. Cordero seems cut from the same cloth. He tracks back, supports his fullback, and looks to influence the game even without the ball. In an era when many young wingers rely solely on flair, Cordero's discipline is refreshing. His time in Belgium might be quiet statistically, but development isn't measured in numbers. It's measured in lessons learned, and Cordero is learning fast. Newcastle's recruitment strategy is clear: build for today while investing in tomorrow. With players like Cordero, Elanga, and Barnes, the future of the club's wide positions looks secure. The plan is for Cordero to return next season and train with the first team during pre-season, where Eddie Howe will assess whether he's ready for Premier League minutes. If his progress continues, fans might not have to wait long to see him lighting up St. James Park. Every club dreams of discovering the next big thing. Newcastle might already have him. In Cordero, Newcastle see more than just potential. They see a symbol of the club's ambition. From St. Maximin's flair to Gordon's grit, each generation of wingers has defined an era. Now, it's Cordero's turn to write his story. His talent, attitude, and belief fit perfectly with the Toon Army spirit: passionate, fearless, and unbreakable. The journey from Malaga to Newcastle has only just begun, but the signs are all there. Antonio Cordero isn't just the future of Newcastle United, he's the future the club has been building towards. What a roller coaster of updates, Newcastle fans. 3 stories that show exactly where this club is heading: bold, ambitious, and fearless. First, Sandro Tonali, a midfield powerhouse wanted by PSG, but still proudly black and white. Can the Magpies hold on to their Italian maestro, or will the lure of Paris prove too strong? One thing's for sure, every supporter will be hoping he stays to lead the charge in our push for glory next season. Then there's Nick Pope, the quiet hero who just extended his stay until 2027. A man who leads by example, who commands the box, and who embodies the very spirit of Eddie Howe's Newcastle. What do you think, lads? Is Pope still the best English goalkeeper in the league right now? His loyalty, leadership, and consistency prove once again that Newcastle United are building on solid foundations, both on and off the pitch. And finally, young Antonio Cordero, the exciting Spanish wonder kid already being compared to Anthony Gordon. Could this 18-year-old really be the next big thing for the Toon? His talent, attitude, and hunger show that Newcastle's future is bright and fearless. From Tonali's brilliance to Pope's reliability and Cordero's potential, the black and white story keeps getting better. You've got to love this club, haven't you? Wait, before you go, check out this breaking video from Newcastle.